All right. We are calling the Boardman Park and Recreation District meeting to order at 5:17 p.m. Let's go ahead and do roll call and introduction of guests. So Krista Price, Board Chair.
Dave Board. For
Ricardo
the second
Rosales.
time.
Ricardo Rosales, board.
Thank you. Tricia.
Tricia, Finance Officer.
Lacey Bristow, Budget Committee member.
Lauren Dieter, Budget Committee member.
Lynn Prague, Budget Committee member.
Rick Weiss, Board member.
John Christie, VP.
George.
And George Scheimer, CEO.
All right, thank you. And is anybody online that's identifying themselves, or do we just have miscellaneous
I
participants?
have one named Michael.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. Do we have any changes or alterations to the agenda?
We do. On 9A, we are not going to adopt the supplement budget tonight. The reason why it wasn't posted in the paper, so we have to wait until next month.
Okay, so 9A is going to be postponed
Yes,
till the May meeting.
yes.
Any other comments, board? If not, I'll take a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Passed. We're going to temporarily adjourn the regular meeting at 5:19 to convene the 2026-27 Budget Committee meeting. I would ask for a, what would it be, nomination of a Budget Committee chair? I mean, I would normally select Lynn, because she'd be a rock star. So, any other words? Anybody? Care to propose anybody? Or a second?
That sounds like a good one to me.
So you're seconding it?
Yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Lynn.
All right, we call the Budget Committee meeting to order, and we'll turn it over to the budget person, Tricia, if you'll present the budget.
Okay. If you look at your budget packet, you go to the third page or fourth page. I present you with the 26-27 budget.
Could you tell us, were you going to keep going? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Actually, I think the letter needs to be
I'm
budget.
supposed to present the budget message to
Okay,
you.
go for it.
But has everyone read the budget message? So just in the things that are pertained in here is just what we are committed to. Our big changes of our highlights is in here, and the input we want from our community. The more input we get from the community, the better of what people want, and that has been a prevailing message: is keep getting input of what the community needs and wants, and then we can look at how it fits into our budget, and that's what we're trying to do right now. So I'm just going to summarize it at that point. Okay.
Okay. Tricia, go ahead.
Okay, so if you're looking at the budget itself, the big things that pop out to me is the salary. Of course, it's $1,702,911. There is a few factors that affect salaries. Number one is everyone gets a 3% raise, of course. That's at the low end. You can go 3%, 4%, or 5%. It's totally up to you.
Has that been voted on by the board?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I did the lowest on this budget, But if the board decides otherwise, then I will adjust it and then present that next meeting.
So this is the 1,702,911, that is with a 3% increase, correct?
Right.
Okay.
It also includes two other things. It includes overtime pay on 4/5/26. The percentage had to be like 79%. There were 9 people that were over that amount. The highest one was 189%. A lifeguard 3. So what I did was I took 189, I subtracted 79 and got 110, and then I times that by the overtime pay and added the overtime pay onto the 3% increase. And so if you look at the backup under Appendix A, it's all the way back at the end. If you look under, I think it's 5129, it jumped from 17,000 to 47,000. And the reason is I added that overtime onto it. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but it should be at 79%, not 189.
I have a question.
Okay.
In years past, the board has always approved how much of a raise, a general raise for everybody, 3%, 2%, whatever. And there's been a motion to that, and it's been on the record as approved by the board prior to this budget committee meeting. If we approve this budget, and then the board says, no, we want to give everybody 5% and come in and vote 5%, then our figures are not going to be correct.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, when she said that, automatically I knew we weren't approving this tonight, because we haven't even approved the 3.
Which means, well, one of two things. Either we need to adjourn the budget committee meeting and go back into the board meeting so you can address that now, or we have to have another budget committee meeting.
We would need to have another budget committee meeting.
Okay?
Because we left off last week, or not last week, this month, wanting to know our figures between a 3 and a 5. 3, 4, and 5, 3, I can't remember.
All right, so we will not be able to approve the budget tonight.
We're going over it.
Okay?
There'll be more questions than just that, Lynn.
Okay, the other thing that affects payroll is some employees needed to be in the right pay grade. And so that is affected on the payroll section itself also.
Can I ask, what do you consider the pay grade?
Like a pay grade is, for instance, let's say finance officer. She was hired July 1st of last year. Okay, last month, management offered her a raise after the introductory period. Is this right?
Yep.
Okay.
So our grades are based on the job descriptions. And we go from a grade 1, step 1, and we go down. Most of our employees are in 4s, in that range. And then when you get into our coordinator level, they're from 8 to 10. I want to say 8 to 12, right in there. And then our managers go up from there. I think we go from 13 to 18, and then I'm below that.
So Kevin, we paid for a
Analysis,
survey,
yeah.
Right.
the analysis,
So I
yeah.
remember last year we
Yeah.
talked, it was like, hey, there's no one that compares to us as far as the size or what we all do. I remember, because I brought up that question last year.
Yeah, I mean,
And so you must have done the survey
They took it,
This year.
they took it for the area, they did. And then, yeah, and then he's trying, and we've had that in place for what, at least 4 years now?
Well, it's
3?
been 3 and we'll do another,
Three.
we're budgeting to do that for next year. They told us
I
to
mean,
do it
each
again
year
in
it
3 years.
has,
Yeah.
And there's increases, and with this budget, we'll only have my position and one other position that won't get into they'll be in the grade level next year, is the plan,
Okay.
at some point throughout the year. So,
Got it.
and then we can work on steps.
So does that help you with the payroll section?
That's clear to me.
but your benefits section did not go up? Yeah, I mean, we have a $200,000 increase in salaries, but we only have a $2,000 increase in the benefits.
Right. What I did was I took the 2,911 times like 0.0145 for Medicare, and that was close to that. And then I took the same for 1,702,911 times 0.062 to get the Social Security, and it's pretty close to that. And then I didn't really adjust the other ones. The only one that I adjusted a little bit was the 403B pension expense, just by 3% of the 33,000.
What category does that fall under?
The
Benefits section?
benefits section.
Or does it fall under administration or what?
It's personal services.
Okay, so it does fall under benefits then?
Yes.
And what line item was that again?
403B is 5206. 5206, sorry. It's way back, yeah. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, I see it.
It's way back here somewhere.
No, well, what I'm doing is, I just don't,
You'll see
I
the
kind of see
backup.
where this goes. When it comes
Sorry,
to
It's not
benefits.
numbered. Oh, it is. 3.
No, you can find it for me if you want. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
3 and
sure.
5.
I'm sure you were like dreaming of this at night. You've been over it so many times.
Right, okay. All the way back.
This makes sense.
So,
There
This makes sense.
the requirements right here.
513 to 515.
Yeah, I'll
what do our insurance benefits run under then? What expense column are they?
Insurance is in the benefits. Okay, and here's why this is so similar instead of a big jump, is because in practice, we've always budgeted for health insurance, but we've never offered it to
Oh,
employees.
okay.
We've always
So the fact
we've always budgeted because we had to, but it's never been an offer to them.
Okay, so if we change our mind and we offer it, then it's not gonna affect
It's not
our.
gonna affect that much.
Okay.
Yeah, for our budget purposes.
Yeah, okay,
So we'll see the expenditure
Right.
shoot up, but not the budget.
right. Okay.
That's why it's not much of a difference. Hopefully that explained it.
Yeah, I mean, you're $100,000 off of what we were in 24-25.
Yeah.
So that would make sense, what you're saying. Right? That you budgeted for it, but it wasn't spent.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Tricia.
Okay. Is there any other questions on that?
Not on personnel services.
Okay. Let's see. The only thing else that really jumps out at me is if you look at the requirements, and let's go to the GO bond on page 5. I know you're gonna say something, so I'll just explain why I did what I did. Okay, so if you look at the GO bond, we are refinancing it. It will close tomorrow. So the principal and the interest is based on what they said in an earlier conversation that we had with the other lawyers and stuff online. So that's where I got the principal and interest at. We do have an unappropriated ending fund balance of $736,387. I'll explain why. Okay, so first off is we want to start doing taxes to everyone, what the payment is. I'm just assuming in the back of my head that we'll get money from CREZ, we'll get money from Amazon, but sometimes we haven't gotten CREZ 3 yet for this current year, so I'm not sure if we're going to get it next year. So that's one thing. The other thing is I want that amount because just in case last year we only did taxes 300,000 for people, and this year we want to do the whole thing. And the reason is because of the capital improvements that we want and the reserves that we need. And we'll take both of those out of LGIP general account, and we don't want to touch that for other things. And that's why we want to bill the taxes that we do. Comment from Lynn?
So we're talking about the GO bond right now?
Yes.
Are we where's he going? So why are we supposed to be putting in CREZ money? That's not guaranteed. Those aren't guaranteed funds. Those are just if they are generous enough to give us some.
Right.
So are we supposed to be budgeting for those?
Yeah, we have in the past.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah, if you look to the left of that column, we have. So that's why.
Okay. And then total resources except taxes to be levied. So those are the combination of the two, and then taxes estimated to be received is $961,250.
Okay.
So
sorry.
the $961,250, is that what Mike Gorman put on his sheet for us,
Okay.
or is that?
Okay. The total. Okay. Total resources is based on.
The two above it, right?
The two above to
Yeah.
get connected, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the $961,250, is that what Mike had given us on our sheet for just the GO bond, George?
I wish I could answer that off the top of my head. I don't remember what he wrote, but that should be what, because we paid, it was $850 something 2 years ago.
Do we not have it in our, we don't have that handy at all?
Okay. If you look on Appendix C, page 4 of 4. Down at the bottom, it says 1,900 taxes estimated to be received.
4 of 4.
And you gotta pull them down a little bit.
Page numbers on the top.
Yeah, they're in the upper, they should be down
Where are the
bottom,
taxes?
sorry.
Capital tax revenue, 766.
Okay, this is the last page of the resources.
699. So where's the bond compared to the park? Because this is just the bond. You don't have your letter handy? Where's our,
Okay, here.
Do you want to go get it?
Do you know where it's at? Okay.
That's what we proposed last year. That's what we're proposing this year.
That would be
Right.
the amount that he would have put in there, is this 961.
just for the bond though, is what I'm asking. Because this spreadsheet's only for the bond, it's not for the park, so I'm just wanting to make sure we're getting, you're proposing that we're supposed to be getting 961 just for the bond, and then it was like another 700 and something just for the park?
Okay. On February 24, 2026, Moore County assessment.
Thank you, Tricia, for
Okay.
getting that.
For the regular levy, this is for LGIP general,
Okay,
is $774,857.
okay,
And for Amazon PDX is $156,000.
okay,
So a total of $930,857. This does not include the GEO bond. We have not received anything for the GEO bonds, just for the general.
right, so, but that 961,250 is on the GEO bond appendix?
Okay.
That makes sense because it increased every year because our payments on the old bond increased every year, so it makes sense. Last year, it was well over 800,000.
Okay, so on the refinance GEO bond in 27, the principal amount is $340,000 and the interest is $465,250. According to refinance of the bond that will close tomorrow.
Did your dates of payment change with the new?
Yeah, they're gonna do once a year payments
Oh.
instead of twice a year.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was twice a year. One
No,
in December and one
No,
in
they
June.
were gonna do it all in June.
Oh, in June, okay.
Yeah.
So I was
so
missing.
you don't pay interest on the
Yeah.
half year and then interest and principal?
It's all together.
Huh.
And that's the way I understood it.
Okay,
So-
all right.
So can we have that reflected correctly then on our next appendix when we redo this?
Yes,
Okay. In June?
in June, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, sorry.
It's
So
okay.
back to the taxes. That sheet right there is just for the park district itself, not for the GEO bond.
No,
But that figure that we have on there is being put on our GEO bond appendix. So wouldn't that throw off our tax estimates?
okay, so the crest fund, okay, the total resources to accept taxes to be levied is $580,000. Okay. Okay, so beginning cash balance is $428,450. You add the crest funds of $151, total resources $580,387. Taxes estimated to be received is $961. This is reflected on page 4 of 4 in Appendix C. It also lists the totals at the bottom.
No, but I am understanding that part. I'm at that piece of paper, okay? So I'm at 4 of 4.
Right.
But the documentation that backs up the 961.25,
961,250.
I'm sorry.
That
Sorry, yeah,
includes
961.250.
the property tax revenue that I got from the refinance GEO bond that they sent. That is the $805,250 that is due in 26-27. And then we assume that we will receive $156,000 like we did this year from Amazon.
For the SIP fund,
Yes, for the SIP bond. And that totaled the $961,250.
Right. No, and I understand the concept because these two figures are what's on Mike's letter, but I thought what was on Mike's letter is for the park and not the GEO bond. That's my point. I thought that the amounts he gave right there
Yes,
were for the park,
yes, they are.
but we're showing them as income on the GEO bond.
so those are different amounts than what's showing on the GEO bond, I think.
Yes, on the general park is $774,857. On the GEO bond is $805,250.
You do have the document there?
Okay, so this is the refinance of the GO bond. Okay, tomorrow it will close, and it says 805 to
That's where you're getting it, okay.
250. So
But you don't have the letter
We
confirming
don't have a letter from
Mike,
this,
huh?
Mike.
I do not. The only thing I have from Mike is what we're getting from the general levy, not
Okay.
from
He usually sends one.
GO bond. Last year, we did not get it until October of.
That's what he wants to send it, but he usually gives you his best guesstimate. So we can do budgeting. I mean, he's done that every year. He always says, oh, this, I don't know for sure, but.
Yeah,
So I'll get with Mike tomorrow and find out
yeah.
what's
Okay, so that makes more sense. You're pulling it off of what Dave gave you.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Tricia. Sorry about that. I was just confused at where you were getting your figures, so,
Yeah.
okay. And then you guys are gonna correct our appendix to be one payment versus two.
Right.
Okay.
Because I thought it was going to be 2 payments instead of 1. Sorry about that.
Okay. Were you done with that page?
Yes, I
Okay.
just thought that we would have some discussion on if you want me to do the whole property taxes or not. And Lynn,
The first year, you really need the carryover. Just, there's a bunch of stuff up in the air. You're better off to have the carryover, just in case terrible things happen. You're prepared.
right?
So, you're prepared.
Do you want that big amount though?
Well, I would say no under ordinary circumstances, because that would, be a payment. Why not pay it off? But this first year, I think you're wise to do that,
Okay.
to leave a little room, just in case terrible things happen. So you're prepared.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I know that you guys are talking about some things administrative and maintenance. Can we go over those, please?
Materials and services, yeah.
Yeah.
What page is that?
It's the page 1, it's the first page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So administrative. Just go.
I'll make sure we number the back, the rest of the appendages, page, continue on with our number system, so it'll be easy to find.
Okay, so administrative is 3 of 5. Appendix A.
One thing we've done this year, I've asked Tricia to really break down what we're spending money, so we can have a geocode for what we have and spending, so we can track it in more detail for us. And we changed all our geocodes to fit categorically correctly as well. So if you see in these, you'll see the parentheses after like administrative, that's the old geocode. Now it's all, the new geocodes are on the left.
So are you guys starting background checks then on all employees?
We do that, yeah.
So administrative, why do we have a jump? Let's start there.
Okay, so administrative. Okay, so a jump of,
About 80?
so it's about 80,000. Okay, job analysis, 15,000. We transferred the furniture and fixture maintenance from maintenance to administrative. We also transferred office equipment maintenance from maintenance to administrative. So that is 35,000 of it. If you, down at the bottom,
Yeah,
okay?
27, 28, 29.
Yeah. And then campground concession merchandise, we transferred from maintenance over to administrative 10,000. So there is 45,000 right there.
I'm just kind of curious on 6121. Did the park do more subscriptions?
Yeah.
Because I see that it's 19,000.
Yeah, we're trying to switch programs so we're trying to streamline is what we're doing. So, we're in the phase that we have to pay for the last one and the new one. So we're trying to, then you'll see that'll decrease next year. So we can get it down to what it should be. But we just have to pay double right now.
And the computer subscriptions did go up by 19,000. So that's why the jump of the administrative.
So was background checks transferred from somewhere else, or did you just not have them on there before?
No, we did it, it was, we were doing it a different way. They didn't have, it's one of those, we didn't have it as a, its own past. Now we can track it, because we had it there for the GL code, because it is a new one.
What's the job analysis again? I might have
That's
missed that.
that's the one we're doing again with HR Answers. That's the pay analysis that we did 3 years ago. that
We're paying
talking-
for it again?
Yeah, we're gonna have to,
Why?
because we're at the end of that cycle. And
We were on a 10-year plan.
that, in a sense, yes, from what they were theorizing, but they said we should do it every 3 years.
Of course they did.
So,
I mean, they're a money-making business for that stuff, so. Okay, we'll figure that out in a regular meeting. We budgeted for it, is what you're saying.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. And does that answer your questions on administrative?
Yeah, so I mean, basically, we just have to remember, it's there if we have money. If we don't have money, it doesn't get spent,
Right.
like Lynn always said.
Okay, maintenance. Maintenance jumped, so let's go to that, please. It is on page 4 of 5, Appendix A. Okay, combo rec and
So we went through the budget and we figured that some things is paid for that is taking place both here and there. So we tried to combine those maintenance costs into one category. And then some were just park, some were just rec center. And so you'll see that separated out in those top 4 of those. Contract labor has gone up. Just due to the amount of contracting that we have. We're looking at changing our cleaning services. And the quote that we got through other companies that's the big jump on it from that one. Going from, I think we paid just under 70,000 for those, and they jump up to 100,000 for the bid we got. So that was the biggest one.
Well, it looks like there was a large jump in total programs and community outreach.
Yeah, we'll get to that one in a second. So your contract labor jumped a lot.
yes.
Are you just
What are
putting
you
money in there
using
for
contract
that?
labor
Like, yeah,
for?
what would you?
The big one was our cleaning services.
This what?
Cleaning services up at the rec center. Currently, we're just under 70,000.
It's changing so much.
Yeah, if we want to jump up, if we want to change services to get better quality, it's gonna cost us $100,000 on for the next group to come in.
Ouch.
Yeah, from 70, under 70 to 100, that's a big jump.
And that's with us paying our own employees to clean as much
No,
as they
we don't
can?
have, we don't have that now.
We
weren't-
don't pay our employee, they don't do any cleaning?
We don't, yeah, they're not we don't have them do, we don't have janitors. So.
I guess I'm saying, if they're standing around, they're not cleaning?
They clean the window. I've seen
they-
them
they
clean
do.
the windows.
I'm assuming this cleaning, just because of how Amazon, they're probably going in cleaning the bathrooms, sweeping,
Doing
taking out
windows.
the garbages,
Yeah.
restocking,
Toilets, showers,
Yeah.
showers,
Yeah.
and things like
that
that.
kind of stuff.
Huh,
Yeah.
They'll
that's-
probably
It's a
clean the
big
wood
jump.
floors a lot better,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
not so
So-
much water.
Not so much water, yeah.
They just have
okay.
2 people
Um,
permanently on staff to do it.
Do,
for that list.
do you guys have any more questions on maintenance? If not, let's move up.
No, we're good.
Let's move up under program and community outreach. That one has a big jump too. Like Lauren said. And you're going up by what, 120
120 almost, yeah.
on that, George? It says 4 or 5 in the top.
Yep, you can see
That's
that
the 50s.
our jumps are in our community outreach. There's about $9,000 increase there, well, almost 10. And the youth sports going up about 18 or 17,000, just under. Our adult rec has, we're trying to increase that. And then our adult sports. It all comes down to trying to do more in the community.
Right.
Because we are, you think about where we're at, 3 years ago, we weren't even hardly running any sports. And now we're running pretty much almost all the youth sports, not everything. We don't do wrestling. We help out with the track program, but, and we just added on all these sports. And we get money. We get grant money through BCDA to help pay for that. But we're adding on more and more.
So where are you putting, how would we know, and this is, first of all, let me just state, if my voice sounds condescending at all, it's not at you. No, please don't take anything personal, okay? For all of you, really. I'm just that way. So how would we know by looking at this that what we're spending on summer rec? Because we've now eliminated that column. So if somebody said, well, unless you can point it out, where's the summer rec program, because it has zeros in it? Because I'm wondering if somebody said, how much does it cost to run your summer rec program? How would we know that? Because we used to have a figure. We used to know, like, oh yeah, we're at 70. Well, it started out at 50, 40, and then it went up to 70, and then up to, now we're well over 100. So, on page 4 of 5, there's a line item there for 5705 that hasn't had money in it according to this for this year or the proposed new year.
Right.
So I'm just wondering where do we itemize out our summer expenses? Obviously our payroll's payroll, right? I'm
Right.
assuming that's where you're putting the help. But like, do we have a
Summer rec.
busing, all the materials, any of that other stuff? Or is that a whole separate
I think we just put it,
spreadsheet?
we
Or-
just put it under youth rec. Some of it, or most of it.
I am kind of curious, what's the difference
Oh,
between
yeah.
6306 and 6308? As far as you got youth sports expenses, but then you have youth rec.
Yeah.
Youth sports is like basketball, volleyball. Youth rec is summer rec. Summer rec.
Yeah, that's where
So it got
changed.
It got moved
Anything,
to that.
okay,
Yeah.
like okay.
Summer
Anything,
recreation, youth.
yeah, the sports are the sports programs, and the rec is basically anything else
Okay,
we're
so the
doing.
youth sports is this like the sports things as far as like CYA, little kids basketball
Yep,
or that type
all
of
those,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying this because I get asked this all the time, kind of what Chris is asking. When I see youth rec going up 68,000, What is new? What, you see what I'm
Cost of
saying?
busing,
Huh?
busing cost. I can
Bus.
tell you that has gone up immensely.
Okay.
We already
So-
know that it's gonna.
So the youth rec, you're putting the bus company fee in that?
Yeah,
Yes.
So transportation
The
is within
transportation.
that's
youth
part of
rec?
it, yeah. Now, we could separate that out, though. But it's, I
I
mean,
just-
I want it to be a subcategory of that.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, you do get one bill for busing, so you easily could separate that out, but I'm just saying, like, somewhere along the line, you've gotta have a spreadsheet for how much summer rec's
Yeah.
costing
yeah.
the district.
we do.
Or
Can you just have
taxpayers.
better, I mean, this maybe is too simple, like better descriptions of the line items there? Instead of multiple, like youth sports, youth rec, like, there's enough room in this thing to elaborate a tiny bit.
Yeah, what happened was, this is just like a general, how much it will cost.
Yeah.
And then when you see a budget versus actual, it will be broken down
Oh, yeah.
underneath that, what it is, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with, I agree with Lacey, yeah, because it would be easier on us, especially for auditing too, if you could just
Break it down.
add the little word behind that, instead of it saying youth rec, can you say youth rec /
Summer programs.
summer rec / transport, TRANS, transportation, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's fine. Sure.
I mean, this is what goes out to the public, right? The public has access to this, correct?
Yeah, they
Right.
do, yep.
So-
Okay, so what we could do, we could put what we do for
Breakdown.
our breakdown. We do have that. And so if we put that in there like this, that's what we'll do.
Okay, so you want it broken down
Yeah.
further?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
put them in there for you.
Yeah.
So
We
you can
do
see
that.
what's in there. I think that makes, I wanna be as transparent as possible.
That's what you want, to be
Yeah.
as transparent.
And so, I mean, we have that already broken
Because
down.
you publish that each month as well.
Yes,
So you
it
get
is.
your budget actuals, and then it breaks it down, you
Yep.
have your category, and then under each one, it's gonna have transportation, it's gonna have all of the different categories
Right.
in your budget
Yeah.
actual
Yeah.
that gets
So
sent
there's
out.
an appendix to the.
No, I know we over budget. I know that, like, I mean, just for this 112 that was budgeted last year for the,
How moves the
Youth
actual?
rec.
for the
Youth rec.
youth rec, we're only at 48% of
I
spending
didn't know
that.
you were there.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know we over budget. But I don't wanna get caught not having enough in there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I can
we'll get that on there.
I can do
48,000
subcategories and whatever you need in there.
I personally don't mind the way you have it, I just thought, I agree with her on if you could just put a couple words after that help expand the
Okay.
general knowledge of it.
So just to answer the first question, summer rec is summarized in these numbers down here.
Yeah.
So if we
Yes.
wanted to know what happened to that, we point down to there.
Yeah,
And
Exactly.
this is just, as a citizen looking at, yes, you got the budget. If you have all of those budget actuals under every one of these, they're not gonna understand that, and that's
Sure.
just going to be so much information. That's why, you try to keep it condensed and as accurate as you can. And then that's why you have your budget actuals each month, that if they wanna see, oh, how much did they spend in that area?
Right.
It gives it,
And what it
why
is,
each
yeah.
category
I agree.
under
so
that.
he's saying that he agrees with the way you have it now,
Yeah.
is what he's saying,
Yes.
Tricia.
Yeah.
I just think it's way too
Yeah.
much, I mean, yes, you wanna be transparent,
Right.
but it's
Well,
also gotta be readable for,
Anyone?
I wasn't
Any
suggesting like
person.
having all the line items in
Yeah.
there, but not having line items with the exact same title.
yes.
Yeah, that'd be easier.
Yeah,
Can you order?
So we wanna
So-
reword some of these.
I would not expand, I
Okay.
agree.
Okay.
You kind of have a
No
consensus
expansion,
here
just
that.
no expansion, but
consensus
kind
with
of
the captions.
clarify
We're
wording.
clarifying the captions.
Yeah.
So if
That
I'm
needs to be
understanding this, it looks like
clarified.
summer rec went away, the last budget, but then you added in
Youth
adult
rec.
recs, youth rec. So I'm assuming that that money went into those.
Yep.
That's what
Yes.
it looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know what program expenses are. 60,000 of program expenses, what is that? I don't even know what that is. What do you classify a program expense?
We have program expenses, I'm looking for it here.
I mean, it looks like we've spent it before. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, we haven't spent anything yet out of that.
But I think that's more of our, program expenses, that has, in the past, that's more of a, we haven't touched into that, but because it's part of all the programs we run.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's like itemized there, but I don't know that we've,
We've used
Yeah,
it.
we haven't even spent a dime
yeah.
on it.
Okay,
So
All right.
just because we're category, there'll be one that when all these subcategories will come from that.
all right. Do we have any more questions on that particular category of programs and outreach, community outreach? If not, Tricia, go ahead, keep moving along on materials and services. I think that was pretty good. What about page 2?
Page 2, okay.
Only 59,000 to equipment? Okay,
Yeah. We're seeing more of, we're gonna have to, not necessarily, the pool's gonna need some work. So we
Oh,
gotta
okay.
do some replastering, so we just kinda work we
Okay.
reduce and bump the others.
okay. And you have the word improvement, but that's a really vague word
Okay.
on line 30. Under capital outlay, sorry. What would that be?
Okay, so it's like, if you look at Appendix B, 1-4, you will see the improvements, like a new facility signage, laundry quarter machine.
Oh, thank you, Tricia. Boat dock reconfiguration.
Boat dock reconfiguration is a big one. ADA fish dock is another one. That's big.
Okay, so these are wish list items then?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So did you want it more, no?
You're fine.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, you're good.
And then just the transfers to different categories.
You can see we did a new category in the transfers. We added a campground reserve. We know we're gonna, we took the funds and just split it up more. We know we're gonna have to do some more work in the campground to upgrade we see. So I'm trying to, there's money put away for the pool, there's money for the rec, there's money down here. So I'm just trying to spread this out, because I know we're gonna have to, there's this stuff we're gonna have to fix down here. Everything, the whole sewer system, and the water lines are gonna have to be replaced at some
Paving.
point. The paving, yep, we have that
That's
in
gonna
there.
be probably
The
a couple
paving.
100,000.
Yep,
Are we required to have that line item with a number on it? Because it doesn't have a number, does it matter? Will the auditors care?
oh, I see,
Transfer
after
to
42.
Okay, we just
Yep,
added
yep.
42A.
No, we'll make it 43 and then bump everything down.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's move on to resources. This ought to be interesting. Sorry. I need a better attitude. All right, resources, Tricia.
Okay, just available cash on hand is 2,769,245. Campground income is increasing big time this year, so
Have you raised the prices at the campground?
No,
We
no,
just have a lot of construction workers.
a lot of construction workers this winter was a big, we were pretty full this last year. So that was a big plus.
Are you way ahead now of what you budgeted?
Yeah, we're already over, I wanna say, our,
Well, you reduced it last year, and I was surprised when you did that.
we're at 105% right now already.
Oh, that's
And we
good.
got 2 months left, and that's just the campground income. So we budgeted the 639,000, we're at 674,000 already.
That's great.
Yeah. So what we budgeted for the long-term stays, we budgeted 145, and we're at 186, we got 186 this year. So, did good.
And you're estimating that on July 1, we'll have cash on hand of 2.7? Just in the, not anything to do with Geo. You're saying the park itself in the LGIP account, we're estimating that we'll have that on hand.
Yes.
Thank you. Grants, donations, sponsorships, that all looks in line. So line 6 is what worries me. I mean, I guess you can put it in there, but yeah, whether we get that or not is iffy.
Let's see what we,
Interest and miscellaneous. Okay,
So what did you get this year, George, from Chris?
yeah, let me pull it up here. Krez, we got 280, let's see, we received so far only 49,000. We're expecting another 245 coming in from Krez 3, which we haven't got yet.
Which I don't think anybody's got their
Yeah.
question yet.
No, it's gonna be coming out soon, but
Don't they have like a 3-year schedule that they work off of? Seems like Karen showed me that at one
I
point.
just know every spring they meet, and I know both,
So they know what the total amount is, but then they meet and they divvy it up.
Yeah.
So you don't know
yeah, and I know they've
It's
met, we
completely on
haven't
the
received anything yet.
panel on who gets what.
okay. At the bottom of page 3, and this is just word, I think I'm getting hung up on the wording. So, we're under the incoming money. We're under resources. So how do we have money coming in from those reserve accounts? We're spending it in the previous ones, which are the requirements, and we say that we're transferring them to those funds. But we're not getting money from those funds, but we say from. Is this where we just show our reserve?
We
Is that
did
the right
because they
language?
don't have methods of payment, the reserves.
Oh,
So we transferred it into the general so we could spend it.
so we're,
Budgeting to spend it all each year.
okay. Thank you for explaining it that way. Okay, page 4. I'm getting hung up on this one then too. So line 29 says taxes estimated to be received, 961,250.
Right.
But that would,
We're gonna get a better guesstimation.
aren't we missing like the whole park money? Aren't we missing like all the GO money? What are we missing here?
The tax estimate is just the GO.
The numbers there.
Yeah, the 961,250 is just the GO estimated taxes to be received according to the next page.
Right.
So where's the money for the park? Where's the tax money for the park itself?
It's the park and it's the taxes in the SIP, right?
Yes. I don't think we have to have it on the budget itself,
Uh-huh.
on the GO bond. We just have to have it on one of the, is it LB1 or LB?
Wouldn't that be a resource?
Yeah, no, our taxes are a
yeah.
resource.
Yeah, the one that's, looking back at the page we talked on earlier, but on the GEO bond.
Yeah.
that Same amount, that number's the same. I gotta figure out where the taxes to be received should be just the taxes to be received for the bond in this. And that's what we gotta figure out from Mike, okay?
But it isn't the same amount as a GO.
Yeah, it's
No,
not the same amount.
No.
Cause you
Well,
told me that.
the
when-
961 is what we got in that letter.
No, the nice,
Right.
no.
What-
She
what
took
was
that
on the
off
letter?
of Dave Albright's.
What the letter
That's only
say?
like eight
The letter,
something.
930.
930. See, that, I would have,
That's
think
the
that should
figure
be
that
there.
ought to be in here.
That
That's
was-
the
yeah.
taxes of the SIP that's coming to the general, right?
right.
Okay, but I thought the tax estimate we received had to match what's on the GO bond, had to match what's on the appendix.
But we should have two incoming,
Yes.
we should have
There should
two
be
tax
two.
Because you're
figures.
gonna have, yeah,
And we-
you have
that's
your
what we gotta-
normal levy that you have and then a levy for your GO bond.
Yeah.
Well, it's on its own page. It's on Form LB 35, because you have resources
correct.
and requirements
Yeah,
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
GO bond, so it's taken care of.
yeah, it's,
But you have the wrong amount, 961,250, it ought to be
Yeah.
the 930 or
The
whatever you
930,
just
yeah.
said.
930, okay.
What's that amount?
It is 930, 857.
what were the two figures that made that compilation?
The regular levy is 774, 857,
Okay,
and the Amazon PDX is 156,000.
156 even?
156,000, yes.
Okay. So yeah, that figure needs to be on line 29.
So you'll have to adjust something
Yeah.
on your expenditures, so you balance your total resources and your total expenditures.
Yeah, it's, I can probably
Not a huge
take it
amount.
off of, that, this, I know, just a second, I just had to find it, because the program expense.
Yeah, that's a good place.
The program expense at 60,000,
Because it's gonna be what, about 30,000?
30,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just take it off of there
Yeah,
to make the resources in
Right.
the,
Anyway,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, because I thought that had to be the GO bond, but it
no,
doesn't.
GO bond has its own page,
Okay, so,
LB 35.
okay, so the difference, take off from program expense.
All right, everybody go make a little line item there. We're gonna take that off program, which category was that under?
And then,
Program and community outreach? Is that what that was? I think it was.
it would, I think it is community outreach, let me find it. Community outreach. So program expense is number 6302 on appendix A, 405. I will just take, the difference off the 60,000.
Okay. Thank you, Tricia.
Yeah. I think we discussed everything else. Is there any questions other than that?
Not for those sections, I think we did, have we looked at our, there we go. Where'd it go? Our reserve accounts? We should have some appendixes in here for our reserves somewhere.
It is the last one.
LB 11s, there we go. So electrical, go back here and look at this. So according to this, we are moving 20,000 into electrical. But we're showing 50, am I losing it here? This is park expansion. Park expansion, we are moving 50,000, got it. Then sewer, we're doing 130. 60, 30, 190, got it. 235. Got it. 100 in, and you're creating a new one for campground. Where's the LBL, LB 11 for electrical? Did I lose it? Where'd it go? There it is. I found it. 20,000. 40, 60. And equipment 35. Okie dokie. At least they're accounted for.
So we've, in the last few years, we've added a few more of these, just so we have a reserve amount of monies in our LGIP account to, if there's a major cost of something, we have access to funds for that. And like I said, campground, we're gonna have to revamp the whole sewer system. Because we're starting to see that we've had a major breakage last year. We had to fix, and it's all the old clay pipes. So they're meeting their capacity of time.
That sounds like an environmental, like, could be a
Nightmare.
huge issue, yeah,
Mhm.
especially that close to the river.
Yep. So we're just trying to make sure we can be ready, because we know that's gonna be a huge expense. And we already, we talked about some of these projects down here, some of the lighting, situations. We're gonna have to fix some lighting, with electrical power. We've tried to make it, so we have enough power down for 4th of July. With putting in extra circuits and stuff, but we don't have more power coming down from, Umatilla Electric. And that's gonna, to have that happen, that'll be a big project as well.
Is there a way to rent a generator for that?
Yes, yep, that's our plan for this summer, is to use a generator during the 4th of July, but one of those big, huge ones that we can rent out.
Sound like a carnival? I like
Is
it.
that the only time you need it?
No, there's a couple more events that are pretty big. Our end of the year celebration and the summer celebration is another one which there's more power that's being used down there than we really do have for right now. And we don't wanna, we don't wanna blow circuits, we don't wanna have to call
No.
people out and stuff like that, so, this is the plan, to be able to, when we have big events, we'll just get a generator in and be able to do it that way, so.
All right, Lynn. Gets back to you.
On your boat dock reconfiguration, 400,000, what are you adding?
Oh, the whole boat dock system is good. The ramps are going to change.
Oh.
The Marine Board, Ted had this done right before he left. He planned on, they asked him to change this.
Yes.
Okay, they want us to get rid of the private docks where we charge for those.
Right.
And they want it to be no charging at all. And they want to do, it's basically an E formation kind of. It'll start as an F, and then they'll add one more leg onto the plan. And we have to have a certain amount of money to match any of the grants that are available for that.
Is the State Marine Board
Yep,
willing to grant?
yeah.
Have you
yeah.
been to their meetings?
I have not gone to any of the meetings. We put a hold on it just because I'm going, there's so much, me learning everything, I just put a
Yeah.
hold on that project,
It's really beneficial to go to the meeting.
okay?
You meet the other people and find out what they're doing, and you meet the people that are the ones that say, hey, we'd like you to do something. You know, like the one time Ted went, and they said, we want to redo your parking lot. Ted said, well, we don't have enough money to do that. They said, we know, we'll do the engineering, and we think you'll have to come up with maybe 100,000, but the rest of it we'll take care of. We'll grant you the money. So if you go there, you find out that stuff.
Okay.
it's really worthwhile to go.
So, I know we've had, the St. Marine Board came in this year, they did a walkthrough through everything, and they were pleased with what they saw, but they.
That was a Marine Board?
Yeah, we get multiple groups that come in and do walkthroughs.
You get the Corps of Engineers a couple times a year, don't you?
They come in next month, actually.
Yeah.
They were scheduled for this month, they had to reschedule, but they'll be here in May. SDAO comes through
Yeah,
with
the
their
Marine
reexpanded-
Board's really been good to us, so, in the past, they've given us lots of money.
Okay,
And have handled the engineering costs, which is
Yep.
major.
yeah, like when I first came on, that was one of the bills I learned how to work with them on that.
Yeah,
So Janine's been awesome from there.
All right, on the agenda, it says that obviously we discussed the proposed budget, and then E says budget committee either votes to approve it or postpones the voting till a later date, which I think I'll let you run the meeting here, but
well, do we have a motion for approval?
No, I move that we propose to not approve this until it gets finalized. So,
When do you propose for us to meet again then?
so, well, there has to be corrections.
Right,
So when's the date? Does it have to be?
Well, here's what I would recommend. Two things I found out. If you just suspend this meeting and not adjourn, then we don't have to repost through the newspaper.
Good.
Okay? So that's the first thing I would recommend. Just suspend it.
suspend it.
Yeah,
You wanna
unless,
redo your motion?
well, hold on a second.
No,
No, if you adjourn it, then we have to put it in the newspaper and advertise. And I got no problem with that either,
Well,
just so
it's
people would know. But really, the people that are gonna care are you guys here, okay? Oh, I see someone, did they get in? Yes, Ariana did get in.
so according to your notes here, George, you have down, budget committee can either suspend the meeting, and then in parentheses, it says pick future date, or adjourn the budget meeting if the budget is approved. Elected budget committee members may leave them, okay. So do we do need to have a new date right now?
Yeah, we need to pick a
suspend
date.
it,
If we
okay.
suspend it, we just need to know when to get together again. And
Okay.
if you wanna do that in 2 weeks, enough time for her to readjust everything, and we get it out to you, is all we would need.
I think that do we have a consensus that the fixes are fairly easy, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
not,
should be a short
it's not,
meeting.
yeah, it's not major, so everybody get your calendars out, what can we, what can we do with a 20-minute meeting or 30-minute meeting? Any proposed dates, please? Would be great, just throw them out there. Tricia, you want a week, you want 2 weeks, what do you want?
2 weeks is fine.
Okay, so we're looking at the week of the 11th through the 15th?
Yes. Can we do the 12th?
I can't be here.
May 12th?
Is that a
Dave
no?
won't be- Yeah, me and Dave have fire board on the 12th.
Oh, okay.
How about the 13th?
I'll be down here all day anyway.
You what?
So I'll be down here all day anyway.
On the 13th?
Yeah, Amazon's doing their,
Yeah, he's partying.
I'm partying
okay.
all day, so.
Partying all day.
Lacey, what do you have up
Yeah,
going
the
on?
13th is fine with me.
13th?
Works for me.
Board, what do you have for 13th? I mean, we're talking a very small, short meeting.
But isn't just,
JV
wouldn't it be
softball.
just for the budget committee?
They're part of the budget committee.
Yeah, it's gotta be the whole group.
I'm good.
Okay.
What's
David?
it, forum?
13th, what time?
Probably at 5. Would that work for everyone?
Yeah.
5:15, I would recommend.
Oh, okay,
Because a few
5:15.
people have work till 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 5:15 again. Rick? Lynn? Are you guys okay?
Yep.
Okay, so then why don't, I would suggest that Kevin
Yeah, I move that we
Redo it.
suspend the meeting until Wednesday, May 13th, 5:15.
Is there a second?
Second?
Any question? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
that makes it easy.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and can we pause just for a moment? I mean, not the whole, you don't have to take it off. I mean, just so that everybody can,
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
take a quick recess.
yeah, recess, thank you, I
Okay.
couldn't think of the word, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's recess for, about 4 minutes. We're back up. All right, we are reconvening our regular meeting, monthly meeting of the Boardman Park and Rec District at 6:31. 6:30 actually is when it first started. And we are going to go into item 6, public comment. Katie Dawson would like to talk about temperature in the pool. Do we have Katie here today?
I don't see Katie.
Do we have anybody online that was here for Katie?
I don't know if Michael is here for that.
All right, if any of the people online have a public comment, please put it into the chat, and we will come back to it. George, you need to watch the chat, okay? And let's go on to number 7, review and approve the previous regular March board meeting minutes. I'll take comment or a motion. Based on the meeting minutes is what we're on.
I move to approve the minutes as submitted.
Second.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed. Old business, George, SDAO bond update?
Okay. On pages, you don't have them in your document, you got them previously.
Oh, yeah.
I did, it's about 100 pages from the sale of the bond.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say we were very lucky of timing. You know, when the war happened over in Iraq, Iran, thank you. There was, everything plummeted. But our dates were already fixed, and we just happened to hit it when the peace happened, the time for peace. And then it wasn't. Then they were talking, no, there's not peace, and it was just in those 2 days. So we just lucked out on the sale of everything. I think it ended up being about $770,000 that we're going to end up saving our district taxpayers. So pretty happy for that. It ended up being not 6.9 like we were projected. It ended up being 6.2, which is still double the amount that David said we needed to make sure we're at. You know, you have to have over that 3% to make it worthwhile. So we lost a little bit, but not a whole bunch.
So when we get all done with this process, should we do a press release to tell people what we've done? Because, I mean, obviously, there's not a lot of people.
Yeah, we did. We put it'll be out in the newspaper this Friday.
Okay.
David sent me the press release to send out, and so I just passed it on forward to the newspaper. And I'm pretty excited about it, you know, because that's a good chunk.
Yeah.
And then with that, it also lowered the amount we have to pay each year as well. So that'll be a good thing.
Yeah.
So we are, you know, it's gonna save a good chunk for our taxpayers. And, you know, if we ever have to go out for a bond, they see how we're managing our money and trying to help out and lower costs. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Because you referenced pages 7 through 56, just be sure that that page 7 through 56 is in whatever public documents you
Yeah,
have.
it'll be
for
in
board meeting.
our,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. B, 457B Oregon Savings Growth Plan.
Okay, I had to go back, I talked to the gentleman from the Oregon Savings Growth Plan. We have to redo the resolution 2026-02, just because we had to include their verbiage on there. And so that is pages 57 through 59 is that.
Is the,
The section that is added on is from the top, from statutes, ORS 243.474, down to where it starts as whereas the board of directors. So, and so it's just adding in their verbiage of what they have to have in it. Because we had previously approved R, and that's everything below. I didn't change anything from what we'd already done. From the whereas and down is from our original resolution, but we had to give in the ORSs and such that they had.
so, for record keeping, are we not required to have a new resolution and then to state in the resolution that it supersedes and amends resolution 2026-002? Because you're basically taking something that was already approved and then just changing it and then we're reapproving it, but I'm wondering if
Do you
for
want-
record keeping, do we not have to label it a new one and then say in it that it's a
Replacing.
resolution that's amending resolution 2026-002?
I think when we state
I think
the
that we-
resolution, we need to state it, so it's in the record here. It should be okay, shouldn't it?
Okay. I'm asking, I don't know.
I think you should be okay if you do it that way, it's amending of the resolution,
Okay,
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
And we could have that dated, like it'll be dated and it'll be signed, right?
yeah.
And it'll be dated,
yeah,
and so if we have it signed there, that's the most recent one of that resolution, right? Correct?
okay.
Should it be that way? Why does it say the 18th, by the way, though?
Should have said 28.
Okay.
Good catch.
So is that something, are you expecting this to be signed tonight?
Yeah.
Can we make a manual
I
change on
can, we can do that.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so everybody heard what John said, so I would at least like that language to be put into the minutes, please, if we're going to approve it. But I would need a motion, so stating. Do you want to just make your motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we amend and adopt this resolution 2026-002 that we previously adopted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Who do you want George to sign? Do you have one?
I do have one we can sign
Okay.
here.
Make sure the date's corrected.
I did, I corrected it on here. You can pass that one around. Here, let's keep that sheet together with it.
What about that?
Baker comes with no pen.
Amen.
Kill him, man, kill him.
There you
Appreciate
go.
ya.
There you go, Mr. Banker.
Yeah, you guys have the nicest pens. What are you doing?
Right.
Must be passing those out like candy.
Alrighty, George, appeal of land notice of decision?
Yeah, we got a notification that there was, originally, you guys remember that we had an appeal on our voting of our park plan, master park plan. And that appeal has now gone away, so pages 61 and through 63 is telling you that information, that the appeal was withdrawn.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Alrighty, New business 9A, adoption of supplemental budget resolution.
Not
that
Yeah,
one
we're,
Until May.
thank you, sorry, I
future.
wrote that there and I still didn't read it. B, limit liability for certain claims from use of public trails.
Okay, this is on page 68, 69, and 70. This is from,
Goodness.
this came to us from SDAO, and they are wanting, it's basically, it's not immunity, recreational immunity. It's just a tad different, but it's to make sure that we are on board with, make sure we're covered when someone tries to do a lawsuit. It's covering our lawsuit, for any lawsuit against us as a recreation thing. And it comes from the new law that came into effect this year, that the legislators can pass on.
And we're good to go with this because of one of the whereases that says that populations less than 500,000 are able to opt into it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That's what I read it before.
I move that we adopt resolution 2026-005.
Thank you, do we have a second?
I'll second. Oh,
Thank you, all in
Who wants
favor?
he can.
Who got it?
He can have it. He can have it.
Okay.
That's a good resolution.
Yeah.
Glad to see it. All right, pass that sucker
I'm gonna
around.
just sign that.
Yep, and that is. What's that one? This is a fun one, the next one.
Yeah, it's fun.
This one's a good one. This is a resolution, resolution 2026-006 is recognizing its Special Districts Day. This was sent out through the National Special Districts Association, and it just, every once in a while you get to do something positive, and this is one of those that we're just acknowledging that May 6th is going to be national. We're going to recognize it through
Does that mean we can take a day off from my regular job and come down and celebrate?
I don't know what we're going to do for Special Districts Day, but we want to be part of the groups that do celebrate that,
All right, I'll move that we adopt resolution 2026-006 so we can have some fun.
Second.
All in favor?
Beat me to it.
Hey,
Aye.
Aye.
I think SDAO should throw us a
Is this kind of like National Sons Day, National
Something like
Daughters
that,
Day?
yep. That one, since we're a special district, we're jumping with that, and that's that one.
All right.
Okay, so, March financial report. The only thing that I want to go over is on page 73. Krista asked me a question last meeting. Is the campground on an accrual basis? If you look at the example above, 12/1/2025, this is the busiest day of the season. This is when reservations open. And if you look down, it says advanced deposit liability, $149,350.40. That amount right there goes into unearned revenue in QuickBooks. Once someone either cancels or comes, it goes from unearned revenue into revenue. And so if you don't come until August 3rd of 26, then you don't see the revenue until August 3rd. So I was right when she asked me that question.
Thank you.
Yep. Is there any other questions on the finance?
You have a note, I'm assuming somewhere, only because we're in April and I know we only have 2 months left, but we have a note, but you two have a note that we're going to be transferring our money, right, this year?
Yeah, in June.
Okay,
Yeah.
good deal.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure that gets done. Does the board have any questions over Tricia's financials?
I'm just real happy we brought in our income for both the rec center and the park is already, we're over 100%.
That's amazing.
That is good, yeah.
Yeah. So we
Well, we
budgeted
should have a lot of
correctly.
money to party on May 6th with. The way I look at it.
Oh yeah, what day did we just approve that for?
May 6th.
May
May
6th.
6th.
May 6th.
I just, like I said, I don't know what's going on or what other special districts are doing.
And that was done nationally
That's a nat, yep.
after Cinco de Mayo, as if anybody
day.
wants to celebrate after Cinco de Mayo, because everybody's already partied out.
You sleep.
Oh, you gotta be a warrior, man.
Warrior, yeah, okay. Alrighty, if there is no further, if there are no further questions for Tricia, then I would take a motion to approve the financials.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry. Who?
He moved, he seconded, Dave
They
seconded.
beat me by.
Yeah, he beat you
Just
by
a
just a
moment.
hair. Just a Kentucky Derby nose hair.
The only other thing is the GL bond payments on 105. You'll see a different,
Yeah.
different amounts.
This whole chart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next time.
yeah, okay. Yep, we expect that, thank you.
Welcome.
Do we have any letters under correspondence? Do we have
Nope.
anybody that raised their hand in the chat for public comment?
No. Nope.
All right, on the district reports, starting at page 106, let me get back there. Dun, dun, dun. And going through page 149. Somebody's been busy.
That's because, yeah, our campground. We'll look at some things here that you want to see.
All right, first of all, let's just cover human resources. Thank you for the report. I don't have any questions. Does the board have any questions on human resources?
Nope.
No? All right, campground updates. George, is there something you should be pointing out to us on this?
Not at this, just, it's coming up after.
Okay. What am I looking at with a park ranger class on May 18th to the 19th?
It's a training for our.
Actually, I did have a question. I'm so sorry.
Yep, go for it.
So I know we're limiting our camp counselors. Like, what age group are we opening that up to apply? Because I know that's been, I have high schoolers asking me. That's why I'm asking this question.
Yeah, it's, go ahead.
It's open to freshmen, but we are gonna try not to hire freshmen just because they are a little young, on the younger side, but they will still be put in the running, but we would like to.
So we're gonna limit because of age?
Well, they're just really close to age with the campers. But that's not like written in stone. The rec coordinator, she would like to see older counselors. If their older counselors didn't apply, then obviously we would go with all the candidates that did apply.
Sure. Yeah, I just look at it as, and I'm gonna say my perspective, and nobody has to agree with me, but I'm gonna say it as a principal of high school. I would say that, depending on the child or the student, the person, a 15-year-old can be, we have 15-year-olds who are probably more mature than some of our 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds, so I wouldn't just base it off of just age, I would base it off of their ability to lead, ability to listen,
Right.
ability to take direction. So, if we are going to start limiting it from like a grade level, we should post the job that way. Because it's misleading, it's
everybody-
misleading to people if you don't hire based off of that. If we're already saying we're gonna take this precedence, that should be stated in the application.
Yeah.
But it's, and we talked about this, it's gotta be the best candidates.
That's why we're doing interviews, so we can get to know all the candidates.
Yeah, we've done interviews every year, so I just was curious on
But we
it.
haven't done any, it's not gonna be done for a couple more weeks.
Okay.
Isn't it age discrimination if you don't?
No, we're interviewing all of them, and if the freshmen are good to fill the position, we'll fill it. It's just erring on the side of caution because they are so close to the campers. That's what has been talked about with the rec coordinator, but nothing has been decided, and nothing other than a simple conversation between two people has been conducted.
Is there any chance that if you hire somebody that's under 16 that we run into the hour problem? The maximum hour, they can only work so many hours?
We've always, because we've had junior high kids as counselors.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
If they're 14.
yeah, they had to be 14,
okay,
so.
all right.
That's.
No, I was just curious because of the age. It's fine. I mean, you guys can make whatever decision. I literally look at I see these kids every single day.
Yeah.
And there are some younger kids that are far more mature than some older kids, and I don't know who's going to apply. So, just put it out there.
Yeah.
Well, they should be doing a reference check as well.
Sure.
Can you ask their age in an interview?
Well, we can see we can kind of base it when they say when they've gotten into high school and if they're still in high school, but other than that, it's not pertinent to ask. It's just a concern that had come up and was talked about for 5 seconds.
Okay. We got a lot of kids that are they like that position, so they've already been asking.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Chris, do you know anything about this? And they
We have them all in the hiring folder, and we just haven't reached out to do interviews because we're still trying to wait until school is out. Not out, but closer to when school's out, so people can apply more.
makes sense.
Spring Bash at the end of April?
Awesome event. I wasn't there, these two, they were there, so she can talk about the event. It was an awesome
It was
event.
really good. I think at the car show we had 50 cars come
Nice.
from all over, and they did a little, what are those things called?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels race. And we had the community yard sale, and then we had some food vendors, and we had the cornhole things set up, and a lot of kids played those, and then the bouncy house for the littles. And everyone seemed to have a great time.
Okay. And we hosted that?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we already they wanted to move their big event from where they're at to here next year, in June. next
the
year.
car show?
For the car show,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's pretty exciting.
That's cool.
That'd be great.
Have the canal out of the shop by then.
Yes, you will. I'll park mine.
I'll start at that end and see how much rubber I can lay from the bridge.
Chrissy, you were asking a question when we started that conversation.
I very well could have been.
Okay. And ones I wanted to bring out is, we're replacing signs. We got some signs that are fading out, we got signs that we just need to replace and upgrade. And so, you see these are page 110 and on, for about 45 pages, they're different signs that we're looking at. Oh, you're kidding me. Sorry, yours got printed in black and white.
That's all right.
You're not seeing the
I don't
colors.
need a micromanager signed by it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you're fine.
Well, I know I've got people.
You got a
that-
pay raise, so I trust that you know how to pick a sign out.
Okay. I'm trying to include our new logo as much as possible, along with our coloring scheme. And I know, some of them we can't change, such as our speed limit signs have got to be white with the black lettering. I mean, but I know my staff wanted you to see them. And I'll leave it at that. If you see something you want to see in color, just let me know a page number.
No,
I can-
George, we're good.
All right, all right.
Yeah, more signage is good. It's a good thing. It's easier to talk to people.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, it's literally right there.
I guess maybe can this be in Spanish too, or just English?
So no, there's some that have to be, we have to put some of these in Spanish as well. Like our pool rules, all our rules and stuff that we have to put those in,
English and Spanish.
English and Spanish for our community. And then there'll be some down here, with our rules that are both as well.
Yeah.
The only one, we know we're getting rid of that one.
4.5.
We have that in here. Ted put it up there.
Oh, that's
because
funny.
someone ticked him off, and he said, "Okay, fine. You don't want to go."
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It was great. It was great. You know,
That's
but we're going.
funny.
We'll make it a regular 5 mile per hour. So
Oh my goodness. Okay. Recreation Center, great that we have a grant. That's fantastic from ChangeX.
yep,
Yeah, that's perfect.
Takeo did that one for us. Did a great
Thank you,
job.
thank you.
We've, we had to go in and redo part of the surfaces on the pool deck. It started bubbling up and peeling up. So the company came in, it was still under warranty, and that's why we had to close it in April, March, April, right in there, to get that fixed. And that, like I said, it was under warranty, so thank goodness. We couldn't wait any longer, and that was the downside of having to close the pool down like we did. But
Takeo, where are you? There you are. Thank you for coordinating the training with the EMS. That is very important.
We're thinking about it, and I've gone through a lot of aquatic training, and we train so much, and we go over the same thing, but it's not even just for us, it's for the EMS, because talking to them, they didn't know where they would exactly go if we did have a drowning,
Right. Well, I mean, if you think about it though, even with staff, even as adults, a mom at home, it's our first instinct, you call 911, but then you've never been taught those next steps, right? So that's fantastic. I'm really glad you're, doing that. That's really smart. Really smart.
if you look on page 145, that has our upcoming events and activities. So we just did the Spring Bash, the registration roundup on May 7th at Sanborn. We're going to get involved a little bit there. Our mental health color run coming up on May 16th. Little 5K, could be a run or a walk, good for all of us. And we have some other big ones. I don't know much about the safety day at the Sage Center. And then at the end of the season for the T-ball and the coach pitch, we're going to do a little closing ceremonies for them. And then our Fantastic Kids startup in June, on June 22nd. We'll have the train. We went back to the way it used to be, where we had a week off, so we could train all our kids, all the counselors and everybody during that first week of summer, and then start the next week. And it's going to work out good. We will have the summer rec program going on during the week of the 4th of July this year, since the 4th is on a Saturday. In the past, we tried to, if it ran during the week, we just didn't have it that week. But now this year we will. So I know Ariana's done a really good job of putting up our event calendar events and our event guide. That's what she calls it. And it's online. It's not a printed version. One thing, when I was at my retreat on Friday down at Bend, they have their event guide, just huge. Bend, but they made hard copies. They had just put it, like one here, one at the rec center, one down here at the booth, just so people could look through it. And theirs was, they spent a lot of money to do theirs. Ours, we could make it really nice and still do a good job with it, and just have some hard copies around. So we may do that, just so we're getting information out to people. So.
On the maintenance, that has nothing to do with maintenance, but I just have a question real quick. So when you're coming into the park on the right-hand side, just right before you kind of get here, maybe 200 feet down, there's just it looks like they weed eat it, but it's all yellow in there. But
Yeah, that's just
what's up with that?
Ted wanted a little natural area.
Oh, okay.
And
it works for dogs to go traipse around in.
yeah, but when one of our workers came this year, she wiped it down.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll try to see if we can just keep that. I like it looking
Yeah,
low, and they'll get more water now.
yeah, okay. All right, George, go ahead and go into your CEO report here. Do you have anything that's, you know,
Well, it's been a busy month, you know.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. We found we did two things. We signed an IGA with the county to help with weed control along the roads.
Perfect.
And they came in and went along the roads in the campground and along the path as well.
nice?
And then we actually found someone who would be over our spraying, licensed person. And so now our person will work underneath them as a trainee to be able to spray.
Great.
And with that contact, and this is just he was staying at our campground. And it was just like, oh, and he came up and our booth manager, she heard him talking about it and jumped right on. So that was a great one, and it's also gonna save us cost for our chemical supplies as well.
Okay, thank you.
That's a huge highlight. I did get to present our master park plan at the director's retreat last week. And I'll get to I'll do another presentation about the district at the fall conference for ORBA later on.
Thank you. Does the board have any other questions on the district reports? No? You guys good? All right, great.
I do have something to add at
okay.
some point.
Go for it. We're on number 13, so you go for
For
it.
next year, or next meeting, I need to have I want to have a discussion about what sports we're sponsoring and when we're sponsoring them. Because we're really killing our youth program by not keeping sports in the traditional season. We have 180 flag football kids signed up, which is great, but our baseball numbers are, and this is baseball season, not football season. So I think we really need to take a long, hard look at what we sponsor and when we sponsor it.
Okay.
To encourage kids to play other sports. Because we're absolutely killing our youth programs and some of our youth programs, and if we continue to do that, there's no sense in having high school programs.
I think the biggest thing is youth soccer, isn't that in the fall? And that's why she has youth flag football during the spring. Is that right or no?
No, it's part, but we also combine with Umatilla so the kids can play against another town in their flag football.
Well, I can't understand why they wouldn't want to do that too, because they're killing their baseball and football.
They're
and
facing the
track.
same issue. Yep.
I mean, fall when everybody plays football, football's on TV. I mean, it's no different in the winter. We need to be playing basketball and wrestling, not sponsoring soccer. Because we're going to end up with one or two sports in this town in the not very long future. And the problem is like I try to explain to people, it's great if your kid's one of the best soccer players, but if you're not one of the top 4 or 5 soccer players in each grade, you're never going to be on varsity. And so you've spent your whole time playing soccer, and then you don't have no opportunities as a junior and senior.
Okay. Well, we'll present our sports, and we'll also present what we want to propose.
Can we talk about, since David brought it up, let's talk about youth sports.
Okay.
So, I guess I didn't know, and maybe you can elaborate on it. I didn't know that we were doing 100% of all of it. Do they not have boards or helpers or established people that are no longer what it used to be? Where we used to have people that we'd hand stuff off to and be like, here you go?
What we've done is we have a sports coordinator, okay? That person acts as like an AD, is the best way to put it.
Okay.
And what I've advised is to have a advisory committee for each of the sports, made up of all the different coaches, the high school coaches, but
An advisory committee that would actually be doing something?
well, they're
Not
supposed
just advising? I'm looking for action.
Well, I know that like our soccer group, they were very active in their activities in what she was doing last year. When we ran the opening ceremonies, they were definitely involved. I saw them very active involved with that. But
What
the
about our
idea is
Little
to
League
help.
this year?
What's that?
What about our Little League this year? Is that just different this year, or than how you
Okay,
see it
so-
running in the future?
Oh, yeah, totally different next year. I mean, we're trying to make it so that we are our own Little League association, still tied in with actual Little League.
When you say those words, though, are you thinking that we will have people that will be designated helpers and assistants? That, or are you saying that our athletic director, our ADs, what's the title for that person?
The coordinator,
Thank
sports
you.
coordinator.
The sports coordinator is going to be the one still doing all of that?
In our job description, we have them over the individual sports, and Takeo can correct me on this if there's something I say incorrect, but they're supposed to be putting together all the sports, has to do all the background, get the background, do everything we have to do for get our coaches, our volunteers, scheduling, yep.
But then, okay, but that person is then handing things off to the teams and the teams go from there?
To the to the coaches.
Okay,
Are you asking if like there's like a committee,
yeah.
like to help? Is
Yeah.
that what you're asking more than just-
Advisory committee, yeah, for each sport, there's supposed to be an advisory committee.
Supposed to be, but do we have them?
Well, I know for soccer we've had them. I don't think I can't answer that. I don't know. Do you know which sport she does and doesn't?
I know, to be quite honest, most of our youth sports have, all the committees and everything they've gone away. I don't know exactly why, so it is pretty much her doing it on her own. There are some sports that do better with the parents and the coaches, soccer is one of those.
So maybe we need to clarify that that position has the ability to form those
Okay, yeah.
committees, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah, I mean
Okay.
we've talked to her about
Okay.
getting the coaches.
Well, how do we promote it out to the community? Because like,
Yeah.
here's your thing, like, there might be some people that have kids or they don't have kids, but they want to be part of something still. We do have lots of people in our community that would say, you know what, I'm really passionate about basketball.
Right.
And so I would love to be on part of this where maybe my job is to also help get some refs, or maybe my job is to help, just there to help supervise on a set. Like, that's a lot of people. I mean, I've been there, it's crazy. So just some of those things, like maybe we can promote that to the community and say we need this group for this sport. And I know what you're saying. Soccer always has groups of people right now, which is great and it's awesome. Probably makes it a lot smoother. But basketball, all the sports that we kind of functionally run, I think we, not just the coaches, but if the coaches want to be on the board, great, cool, that's okay. But making sure, and especially if we're going to go townships, it sounds like is that what we're going to do? Is that what it's called, right? It's more of a township to. It's still Columbia Little League, but we're
association.
like back when we used to basically do it, but yeah.
I
That's
know
great.
that she tries really hard, and she even calls even the players' parents
Yeah.
so far. And there is a disconnect there. We definitely need to fix that because it is being left. I've seen more and more so up to just one person.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's way too much.
Yeah,
How do we? I guess the question is, how do we promote it out as a rec? Right. If that's what we want.
Right, because
to
right
happen.
now she's overwhelmed. She's just looking for coaches first.
Right.
And then when we finally get those done, season's
But-
pretty started, then we gotta get refs.
And we already know
And
next
people-
year.
yeah.
We already know what sports programs we're doing now because we, like you said, we have almost all of them
Yeah.
except for wrestling. I mean, let's get. It's just kind of like youth track, like that we're helping, but they're running it,
Yeah.
and that's. We should probably. I mean, I think we should probably take care of like ordering, make sure some of those basic things are taken care of, all that stuff. But goodness sakes, like I don't know, like I think about baseball, like down here. Wouldn't it be nice if that group is also helping and putting some in-kind work because you guys have done a ton of work, right? And I'm just thinking about that. But basketball same way, right? Let's make sure we have that.
We could always stick it in the guidebook that he wants to make that's gonna be located at different departments. There could be a page on the breakdown of what each of these advisor groups consist of and when they would be, what time frame they would be working in which sport, and just a little overview of who can apply and how those processes are.
How to be part of it? That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. And then you guys, because we already have like well, one of the persons also does some of the, I don't want to say her name because you're not supposed to, but she also does like some of the, like, you know, advertisements and things like that, or not advertisements, but puts the sheets together. That could also be looking for these, and we could just keep, I know you gotta blast them out there a lot. Like, it's not just,
Yeah.
not just 2 weeks before a season, right? Like, the whole year.
And I know that she does always say we coaches and refs, but I think that's like, that literally is all that she
Can do, yeah.
could, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like she,
yeah.
that there's a lot more than,
Well, I just keep seeing us taking on more and more responsibility, and it's tough. Like,
Yeah.
it's a
And,
great thing. It's what we wanted.
It is.
Well, and don't get me wrong when I say this, because no human being should ever walk by some trash and not pick it up. But that shouldn't be left to the sports coordinator to do. She shouldn't be out there picking up stuff where that should be maintenance that's doing that. Like, she should be able to call and say, hey, we just finished this game. I need it picked up by tomorrow morning. You know, that kind of thing. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't think that person in their position, if they're already overworked in that position, that they would want to be out there doing what we pay people already to do in the morning. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Obviously, if we have some big bags of trash sitting out there, obviously we can pick those up and put them in our regular trash can, but anything that's minor, I mean, that person, that position should be able to allocate and call maintenance and say, oh, we just finished a game, I need some cleanup on this field or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That person shouldn't be the one doing that. There has to be some delegation there.
okay.
Delegation rights, I should say. All right, also, I'm sorry, that was going off of what David had. Are there any other board things? Because if so, I just have one more thing. Actually, two things. No? No? Rick? Okay. I heard that there was some fish dumping not in our fish station, so I was kind of laughing because I saw the sign. So you're gonna place that sign down in the waterways, correct? You haven't told anybody that we could dump fish into our marina, right?
We can't,
Right, okay,
It's a law, right?
yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
ODFW will have that person, if they caught that person will have
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of trouble.
that's a bad thing.
Like a license issue.
Yeah,
right?
it's a citation and everything.
Okay,
But I hadn't heard this.
okay,
How's our fish station doing? Is it doing okay?
Good, we had a couple leaks that Brett had to fix, but it was just, through the winter.
Cool.
Stuff that he had to fix just the pipes had to be tightened up and stuff like that, sounds like.
And it looks like people are, like from his
Oh, yeah.
reports, people are using it quite a bit?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
I mean, that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, it's a great one.
you run it through the winter?
No, we have to close that down. It's not insulated or anything, so we just, when we turn off all the water, we shut that down as well.
Okay.
okay. Lastly then would be, the 4th of July. Have you touched base with, the chamber? Are they doing super special things because it's the anniversary? I mean, is
great
this getting
question.
vamped up? Do you need more staff on hand? Like what, I'm just curious if you've checked in on that at all?
Haven't even thought of the 4th of July on that.
Okay, if you can do that, because I mean, I can't imagine they're not planning big things.
What anniversary is it?
Centennial.
The 250th.
Oh, wow.
Should be a big one.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, just, just for staffing, that would be, you're gonna need all your maintenance and all that.
We've
if
already
it's
got that
gonna
all
be-
figured in already. Our maintenance, they're mandated to work that day.
Okay,
So-
so maybe, just get a good schedule down or whatever, so that you're not, not prepared for that, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, employee handbook, George, what do you have for us?
Are you ready?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
why is it?
Actually, this one is, Maddie's handing them out. I'm gonna turn it over to Maddie, cause she's been working on this. And this part is really, there's not much for you to worry about on this, cause it's just,
Pretty much regulations.
yep.
That's it.
Okay.
I think there's one in there.
Okay. There it is.
is mostly, gonna be on leaves and other things that aren't really, procedures so much for us as they are, law-wise, and the laws that surround leaves, and some of it is our policy in the with the leaves, but I would say about 95% of it is law that we're gonna have to follow. Leave of absence, the sick leave and that stuff, that's us. What we offer, how we offer it, when they can take it, how they need to turn in, the time that they wanna be off. That's all gonna be right here on the leave of absent policy. Do you guys have any questions?
Was this in our online thing that was given to us?
I think so. I
Okay.
think it's on the online. It's been on there. Yeah, this is just the next section, so we have the whole handbook on there, and,
Can we do this? Can we take this home? Read through it, come back with highlighted stuff, and you can tell us whether it's law or if it's something we actually have control over.
Yeah.
And I don't wanna sit here and,
Or do you know what?
yeah,
Will
she
you guys
can,
look on page 90 and tell me if it's red?
Yeah.
Okay, so the red stuff is, all what HR Answers and SDAO added. And that pretty much, like with the Oregon paid leave, this is all law. All the other stuff that, like the OFLA leaves, nothing really got added into legislation this year to be changed, so you won't see a lot of that in red. It's previous, like, that's already been established for years. I can go through it and comb through it and highlight it for you, because if you don't understand the leaves, they might be a little hard to follow, is the only issue.
I think what David's getting at is that, is this all, I'm sorry, did I miss that? Is this all new to our,
To
to
us,
our
yes,
book? The whole thing is?
Yeah, because we
pretty
have,
much.
we haven't updated this since 2021,
Okay,
this
so-
is all new.
so it's pretty much all
Yeah,
new.
there's,
All of this is
the
like
red
brand
is new for this
This
year
year.
from,
Oh, okay.
but there's a bunch of this that
We never
haven't
had.
been in, even in the handbook.
So yes, we'll need time to review it.
Yeah, but all of this is law, though. The majority of it is
But
law that we
yeah, I
have
would,
to follow.
yeah, all
Yeah.
of like OFLA, that's a,
OFLA.
that's a federal leave. FMLA is a federal leave,
It's something that we have to have in there.
Yes.
yes,
So-
and the
So
rules
OFLA
around it.
is-
What's like,
FMLA.
you know, what portion is like our portion that we added that's like our discretion if we want to have it in there or not? What?
Yeah, because that'd probably be easier, Dave. 'Cause I like that. Good.
Yeah.
That first page.
Honestly, I think one of the main things is on the district bereavement leave. It did get changed that it wasn't unpaid and it is gonna be paid for 3 days now,
Which one, the district
Oh,
bereavement
the
leave?
bereavement.
on 78.
Yeah.
3 days. I think that makes sense.
It was unpaid though, and now it's being put in there to be paid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
has the SDAO looked through this?
It is their handbook.
Okay.
Is there a limit on how many times you can take it? Oh,
I don't think so because we can't tell you how many brothers and sisters or things you have like that. Obviously, parents, aunts,
Right.
uncles, that's
Yeah.
kind of regulated,
Yeah.
but there's no way of, unless you're speculating, and that might lead to a really sticky road.
Yeah,
I
because a
would
family
say.
member could pass away like the beginning of the year, and then later in the year, someone else that's directly within that, by law, you could take it. Your job's protected. So
Yeah.
So what I'm suggesting is we take this home, look at it, we have any questions, we highlight it and bring it back next meeting and talk about those, and some of them we may not have any ability to change.
Oh, yeah, that's why 95% of it we can't change.
okay.
so
And then
This is the,
we really need to get this adopted sooner than later.
Well,
Yeah.
we're almost there.
This is the last
This
part.
is the last section to go through. And then we have, we have updates for you, that you guys wanted to know about, on amounts that Tricia's gonna hand out here in just a second. And then there's a few corrections, and then the thing is, like I said, this handbook is so new. Trying to take our handbook and redline out what is, it doesn't make sense to do it that way, because there's so much new in the whole.
Whose idea was it to pay bereavement for 3 days?
That came up as a request.
It's just one.
An employee request, so you just put it in? Did you, who, like you're saying one person requested it and it got changed?
It was, when we were looking at, it wasn't just a one-person thing. You know, we went through the process of going through with our, we went through our managers' meetings, and then we went to see what other agencies are doing for bereavement.
Other districts?
Yes, yeah, and so this is.
Are other districts paying 3 days?
Yeah, yeah.
For a blood relative?
It is the ones that are listed here on this.
Interesting.
Okay, so what you have in front of you is the new payroll sheets, the 3 to 5, the 3 to 4 to 5%,
Sorry.
And then we'll do as well.
and then health and retirement.
One of each of these pass. I think I just said take this home.
It's okay.
Let's get us past that first.
Thank you.
Here you go, and then all this. So before you do this, Chris, I mean, it's a practice that not like I'm used to in terms of the bereavement that happens in our area and all the schools I've ever been a part of. That gets paid part of the leave.
For any blood relative? Or
It's close to kid. It's
it says
changed.
or affinity?
It's
close.
it's changed because here's the difference. Like, so let's say, and I'm gonna say this. Like, let's say you are not raised by your blood father, but then that person, maybe not even your stepfather by law, but they're you consider them a father figure. You could use that, and I'll be honest with you, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's way easier in that piece because in my position, I have to know these leaves and look at them and be able to say yes.
That's a school district though.
Yeah, but it's an example
Well,
of
I tell you,
employees.
that's going into, if you look at the federal one and what the state is saying for,
I'm just using it as an
leaves.
example.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if you look on page 77, they're saying those people, okay, and the verbiage that is come from federal is another person, or Oregon, excuse me, not federal, another person in loco parentis relation. So someone that's a close relationship of that sort.
Yeah.
I need to start tapping the potential here.
Okay.
I can have no paid days off for my brother dying. That's awesome.
You can
Okay.
also take Oregon paid leave for bereavement if you do have family members died and you can do it that way.
So, Chris, you didn't get paid leave when your brother passed away?
No.
And how did you excited that happened?
Well, no.
Exactly. And that's what, I know people are gonna abuse it. That they abuse every leave policy you have,
Yeah.
but for the 90% of people that are actually grieving, I don't want them to have to worry about whether they're gonna get a pay, get their pay
Sure.
reduced because they can't come for a couple days. And I can tell you what, if the person means enough to me, I'm leaving.
Regardless,
Regardless.
exactly.
And then from a
So then-
loyalty standpoint, if you want me to be loyal to the park, the park needs to have a little bit of loyalty to them. If
Totally
we're not
agree
gonna
with
allow
that.
people to
So how are you
grieve.
doing that with part-time people that have fluctuating schedules? You just paying them automatically an 8-hour day, even though they
No,
might have been off on that
it's
Yeah.
day?
stated in there.
Yeah,
We used to, yeah.
this is full-time.
Oh, it's only for full-time?
Yeah. I believe that's, I believe.
All right, never
That's
mind.
kinda
I'll
what
just
we
look
did
at
for all
it.
the other
We'll
ones.
read it. We'll discuss it next time.
All right, what are we looking at now?
It says if you're only scheduled to 4 hours, you get 4 hours of pay. If you're scheduled 8 hours, you get 8 hours of pay.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's
If you're
under
scheduled.
pay while on leave.
Okay.
Then why don't you to decide about the payroll so we can have the budget right instead of questionable if we're doing 3%, 4%, or 5%?
Okay. So this is the big color sheet one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what upper management wanted me to do is add overtime pay to that, so you guys can see the totals and how it changes the payroll amounts.
Why are we adding in overtime?
Okay, like for instance, we have a lifeguard that works all the time. On 4/5/26, employees are supposed to be at 79%. This
Of
per-
what? 79%?
Of the budget.
Of the
spent.
budget.
Okay.
We're at that, that's where we're at of the budget, 79%.
Okay,
Okay, but this person was at 189%.
okay.
Because he's worked so much.
So
Yeah.
why are we budgeting more instead of saying, hey, we need to reschedule and hire another person?
Well,
Okay.
you can, but there's not as many, there's just not people to work. Like,
Can I say something? Okay, go. Okay, I understand what they're saying, but I don't budget my lifeguards and their hours on one like I have lifeguard 1 through 12. I do the amount of hours, like as a total, so that I don't go over on budget. So yes, that one position, but then there's a couple of part-time that I haven't seen them for 3 months because they're in a sport. See, so I just wanna make sure that you guys know that I'm being responsible with
Yeah,
the
okay.
money that
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do the total hours, not just, cause I can't not do that with the sports and stuff, so.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. It just looked funny.
Yes,
It
You know
does,
what I mean?
it
I know,
does,
it
it does.
We've
You
never
know,
done it before where we've gone and done every single employee all the way down like that before.
Okay.
Got somebody who wants to work, let them work. Maybe the rest of them will figure it out.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
And I tell you what, if you can give me that much overtime when I was young, I can give it to me now and I get paid for it. I'd do it.
We're talking about some athletes though. They're in sports right now. They can't work.
No, but the one that's doing 183%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I just want to make sure you saw that there is, what our actual numbers are
Okay.
on this.
right.
Is this on our agenda? Can we make a motion?
I don't think it's on.
First of all, did we postpone it from last time?
We talked about it last time, I don't
COLA
know.
raise, postpone until April. We need proposed budget, move to old business. Did we put it on the old business? We did not. So I think we're SOL.
Well, I can tell you this,
We need to come to a consensus then, so that we
Yes.
can approve it next month,
yes.
okay?
or actually in 2 weeks.
Well,
Yeah. For meeting.
We don't
have
wanna
to-
have to
Do we have to vote on it tonight to?
well, here's,
Can't
here's,
vote on it.
here's, you need to understand this. You've already adopted a plan that is we've already, when we did the, analysis, it's already set at 3% for this year. That's already been adopted. So I'm going, I think you're okay if we kept it at 3%. If you change it,
That's what we talked
That's
about
the
this
problem.
last time. I guess when that's what we talked about this last time, to create a budget based off of that. Did we not?
yeah.
On
And
the
so-
3%.
And so,
So can I move that we adopt 3% budget? COLA raises for budget?
No,
It's already.
yeah, I don't think you can, but we can base it,
We can do it at the next meeting, can't we? No, because that's a budget meeting.
it's a budget meeting, that's a just continuation of this.
there's no problem with it being in May. We just have to approve it by the end of the year, right?
Well, Lynn's objection was, if
I mean,
we haven't voted
Approve
on
the
this,
3%, then what's the
And they
plan then to approve a
do the
budget?
budget on that 3%, and we
Well,
change
then
it.
just call a
in
special
May.
meeting right before post a special meeting right before that.
Well, here's what, yeah,
Can everybody make it at 5 o'clock on May
Yeah.
6th?
he said, he already told me.
I can't, but I get too many things that day. I'm not gonna even make it to the
May
budget deal.
6th.
Okay,
It's
well, we'll
But
have
that's, you
more.
have enough, you
You
guys.
got enough.
You have enough.
Yeah,
Special Districts Day.
and you could call in on that
But
if you
didn't
want.
we already say the 3% was what we wanted?
Well,
by
yes.
vote?
Those are your
And then we
No,
just said.
No.
yes, by vote, yes, and not this year, but when we adopted that forever plan, the 8-year plan, okay? That is set, you know, the first year was 5%, and then it was 3 years after that, 3% after that each year. And that's always been in the plan. So, to me, I think you're okay if we just say we're following the plan. That was from 3 years ago.
'Cause we're not
Yeah, but what
changing
is that percentage?
It's 3%
Okay,
Yeah,
Well, when we adopt the budget based on 3%, we're basically adopting the 3%.
you are,
that's my opinion.
I don't think you have to approve it before the budget meeting.
so. I think you're okay. And I can I'll double check that,
It makes sense.
It does.
so,
What do you think, Rick? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
okay.
3%.
3%.
3%. No special meeting. We're good.
3%. Okay, so we're not talking about the health or the retirement.
We can talk about it, we can't do anything with it.
Okay,
Has to
yeah.
be put back on the
Yeah,
agenda.
this is for your information.
Okay.
Speaking of that, since Tricia brought it up, and you guys were making changes to our health and wanting to provide it to everybody, which I'm totally for. And retirement as well. But my concern was that we have now increased our employees' benefits and we're now giving something more. And yet we're not, I feel like we should be reducing our contribution from that 7%. And we have no matching requirements.
Okay.
And that's what irritates me, that I don't, she checked with a couple of cities, the port, they require them to do matching percentages in order to even get up to a 6%. And
Yeah.
here we are throwing in 7 with no requirements whatsoever. And I think that's
We can change
ridiculous.
that. Yeah, I can tell you, when we met with, who we talked to?
Jennifer.
It was Jennifer at HR Answers. Her recommendation is we do a 3%. What's that?
It was a retirement girl. We have
Oh, the retirement, yeah, it was Jennifer from
Corbridge.
Corbridge, yes, who does our retirement. She is recommending we do a 3%, and then we can match up to 7% based on what them matching us. So if we do 3%, they could do up to 4%, and we could match up to that. If they only want to throw in 1%, then we only match 1%.
Yeah.
So the max we would go is up to our 7%. And if you wanted to set it at 6%, you can
I
do
think
that.
7's extreme.
It is. I think so.
I think that's a lot. We're not the Oregon school system. They have really good benefits, and we're a public, taxpayers are putting in this money. I think if we put a consensus out there, they'd be thinking 6-7% is a lot too.
I don't think it is,
So,
personally.
well, that's because you've worked for the police department and the school district. But
I think we're at
I'm
4.
paying taxes, and I guess my biggest beef is that, number one, why are we contributing if they're not even willing to contribute? I feel like it should be on a match system. All over
You
the
would find
place.
that we've already talked, everyone, if they let us match, we're gonna match. Everyone wants to match it.
I think it's a type of account that is also set up because it was like you guys match at 7, and then if we want to match too, we have to open the different retirement account to put in there. The 4.
All I know is that the district started out at 7 because we weren't
Wasn't a
offering
lot of benefits.
this. And now you guys are offering full benefits, just like any other job. So probably need to take the other one down a notch. I think, that's my opinion.
I wish we could go in a time machine for 5 years and look at the statistics and how many new hires we're gonna have in 5 years as opposed to what we've had the last 5. I mean, we're in a terrible spot to not have good benefits and good pay because we'll be a constant training of employees because they'll be cycling out to go to all these other companies that pay better. So if we're not somewhat competitive on pay and benefits,
Well, the port, it says here the port requires each full-time employee to contribute 6%. We require them to do nothing.
look at our wages compared to the port. It's not even close. I see both sides of it.
Well, that's why we're
And I'm
trying to
getting
get them
ready to
up.
retire, so
So,
Or is that
but how much is the port? I mean, I didn't look at the report on this except for a quick glance to see who all answered, but how much does the port contribute to their
I
retirement?
don't know,
So,
don't know. I just think if we're gonna put it in, they should be putting something in too. Or if they don't, then
And
why are we?
I don't think that's a problem. We can do that. So at the next meeting, we'll,
Discuss that more.
yeah, we'll put that on the agenda so we can vote it on.
Can we, put on the agenda health and retirement?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it should have been.
Would you
Okay,
like,
because,
would you guys like me to call Corbridge and get some, information about different plans on matching? Or
No.
what they offer?
You know?
No, I mean, this just comes down to, I don't care about the plans. People can do whatever they want. You can figure out whatever you want for a plan.
Yeah.
But I just want to narrow down what the district's not liability,
How much they're
input
gonna
is,
put
yeah,
How much we're gonna
contribution,
put there. Okay.
in.
yeah.
That's the main thing.
And let me just make sure I got a consensus on this. Everyone feels good about lowering the amount?
Lowering the
Or
percentage?
keep it? That's, be able to match up to the 7%. That's where my question would be. If they're gonna match, how much do we match up to?
And this sheet right here is all of those employees that would be, and how much it would be if they match what we would be anyways, correct? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's a 7%.
that's 7%.
Correct, but I'm saying, because what I'm hearing you say is if we say 3% that we would give, and they decide as an employee to put in an extra 4%, we would match their 4%, which would in essence would be us giving them 7.
7.
So this,
So
right,
this number.
That would be the number.
But we would have a max number that we'd be willing to
Yep.
go to. And so still, this is the amount that
That's
we're
the
talking
max.
about.
Yep.
Right.
So the max is this bottom number down here.
Yeah.
That would be paying if everybody did it.
yeah,
Correct.
Yes.
40,000.
No,
It's more, it's 40,000 more because we're offering it to everyone versus what we do now. This is now,
correct,
and then this is what it would be.
correct. Is that, and this was proposed in our budget, our payroll budget?
Yes. Yes,
That we just looked at?
yep. It's in there.
I don't think that amount is though.
Cause that extra 40,000 has to come from something.
The 403B pension expense is at 35,000. So if we offer this,
Well, if we're gonna do it, we have to plan. If we're gonna do it, we have to plan that it's gonna be this amount. Even if it doesn't become that, right? It's just like everything else. If it doesn't become that, so we might need to make a note of that as we go into those pieces. If we discuss this, but that needs to happen for the budget committee. They need to understand that too, as we go to this, because now we're gonna have to talk about it. But if it's not in our budget, how are they going to accept that? They can't.
they can't.
So,
Nor could we pay it if it's not gonna
Yeah.
be there.
Just like the health insurance goes up to whatever it is.
is that in there too?
It's only at 244,800, so it's going up to. I don't have a document in front of me.
Is it this one?
286.
Is it that one?
Yeah, it's on the orange.
286,048
Yeah, so it's going up
from,
244,800. So it's going up 40.
You must have had some of that
42,000.
calculated in there already, because we're at 70,000 with the current year.
For the health insurance or retirement?
No, on the health thing here, you have 25, 26, 12 months at 70,965.
Okay, yes. Upper management wanted me to still leave it at 244,800 instead of what it would be for it to succeed.
So what's the difference between this number down here and this number in the orange?
Okay, that.
Oh, this is just if we do the 6 employee, okay, never mind,
Yes,
I
it's in
gotcha.
place, and then
Oh, good
Yeah.
lord, that's a huge difference.
so the other question that I have off of this, and I did ask this before and I didn't know if we addressed it. What is our overall payroll in terms of our budget? Because I know we said it's 79%. Are we 80%? Are we 85%? Recognizing that payroll is a huge amount of a budget.
Right.
Like, what percentage are we,
Right now, we are at,
or proposed to be?
do you have your budget versus actual, please? George?
I'm just looking at the budget piece. We're probably out of the six. Our budget is for resources. Those should be the same. Yeah. So
Whatever you write.
probably about a third is into our payroll, our personnel.
Is that pretty similar to other like entities?
Good question.
So, I mean, because now they got the board people, right? I'm sure they probably could let us know. But just want to make sure we're not going over. Like, if maybe the park and recs are different, right? Maybe it's like, 40% is the number, and the other 68% is operations. I know different groups have different
Yeah.
percentages. And
Well,
it would be very good.
let me
for-
call around to
It
my.
would be good for us to know, so
Directors
we
on
are doing this more
Yeah.
accurately and better. So,
So do you want me to leave the budget alone when it comes to health and retirement until you guys decide otherwise?
well, it's going to have to be fixed before the budget committee comes
Yeah,
in 2 weeks, or we can't have it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to put these numbers in. I thought
Okay.
they were in, so my bad.
No, you just told me to put the 244, not the 286.
So we gotta fix that so it's in there,
That's gotta be accurate.
and then
And then count on the 7318 because
because we can
and
always
that's worst case scenario.
that's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's budgeted correctly.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just went with the low that says, no, the board members are not going to approve this, that sort of thing, so I will add that in too.
Perfect. That's good. What was see, this is one I didn't get Krista. What was this one from last year then?
So this would be if we continued it with only the 6 eligible employees, it would end up being that. But if they have all full-time employees, all 18 of them, then we're gonna end up paying that much.
Okay, and so we had some of this amount, but we didn't have the full 286,
Yeah,
we had
she had
240.
240.
Okay. Well, as
Not
long as
too
we,
far off.
as long as we, okay, so it's not that crazy.
Where did you get the 244?
I have no idea, I'm sorry, I don't know. Last year it was 244, so,
We over budgeted it last year too.
So the 244 is on the retirement or the health?
On the health.
Okay.
no,
Because we're required for all our employees to
The
budget that.
budget for it, whether we
Yes.
do it or not.
Correct.
And we're making some adjustments to do it. So now we need to make sure that it meets the actual amount. So we do need to fix that too.
But if it's in the budget, even if we decide not to go that route, at least it's in the budget.
yeah, and we can use it for
Right.
other items, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the health is due May 1st, so I will call the health.
Well, we've talked to the health person. They know what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
They're aware. If we add them on at the first of the year, we'll add them on first of the fiscal year. They're okay. But they wanted to see if we could pre-register them. But I'm just like,
Okay.
Kinda has to be approved first.
yep.
Yeah,
That sounds like a sales start.
It is.
yeah. And just so FYI, I just have to clarify something since we're on the, you guys are like on a public meeting here that's being broadcasted, but, yeah, I'm pretty positive my employer does offer that bereavement leave. I'm just pretty sure that I chose to close $240 million instead. It was probably don't get me wrong, I took off.
Okay. Well, I've got the check signed. I just got one document that you have to sign, Krista.
What?
And it's just the Oregon their document from the Oregon Savings Plan.
And what is it?
It is from our 457 plan, the resolution, the one you signed here on number 2. They have a
One that we
document.
just amended,
Yep, this is their document that I need you to sign.
but what does it say?
It is their,
I guess I'll read it.
Yeah.
Just hand it over. All right, let's adjourn. What time is it? 7:46.